All right, Kate, time for another edition of How Well Do You Know Friends Information. Da-da-da, da-da-da. What do you think about that name? Been workshopping that for a while.
I mean, it sounds like it took you a really long time.
Yeah. Lots of brain cells went to that one.
Lots of creativity there.
Yeah, I really poured it out for that. So today's How Well Do You Know Friends Information topic is how well do you remember Joey's romances in Friends?
Okay.
How do you feel about this? How confident do you feel going into this topic, Kate?
There's so many.
So many romances?
There's so many romances. There were so many celebrity cameos that were just Joey romances. So, okay, I'm ready.
Okay, you're ready. I need to get a piece of paper. So I don't want to fail at keeping track.
Okay.
There you go. So here we go. First question on how well do you remember Joey's romances in Friends is true or false? Joey sleeps with women more often than getting into serious relationships.
True.
True, says Kate. Correct.
That kind of felt like a obvious one, but okay.
Well, 99% of the people got that one right.
All right.
So last time you got 10 out of 10, didn't you?
Yeah.
On the last How Well Do You Know Friends information? So now we are 1 for 1. Why do Joey and Kathy stop seeing each other? And then this is multiple choice.
Okay.
Kathy wants to be Joey's girlfriend, and he doesn't want that. Kathy starts to like Chandler. Chandler?
Chandler?
I know that.
He's not a stripper.
Maybe they'll reboot it and he will be.
Maybe. Okay.
All right. Kathy moves to California.
No.
Or Joey forgets Kathy's name. Why do Joey and Kathy stop seeing each other, Kate?
Because Kathy and Chandler hook up.
Kathy starts to like Chandler.
Crystal chandelier. Yeah.
Correct. 92% of respondents got that one correct. So you're now 2 for 2.
Woo.
What apparently is kind of an easy quiz so far. All right. Which Sex and the City star plays Joey's love interest, Aaron? Is it Cynthia Nixon, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kim Cattrall, or Kristen Davis?
Kristen Davis.
Kristen Davis is the answer to which Sex and the City star. That's your guess as to which Sex and the City star plays Joey's love interest, Aaron. Kristen Davis, you say?
Yes.
All right. Correct.
Woo.
55% got that one correct. All right, so now 3 for 3 on how well do you know Joey's relationships from Friends. What sports team do Joey and Aaron bond over? The New York Knicks, New York Giants, New York Mets, or the New York Yankees? Which sports team do Joey and Aaron bond over, Kate?
Oh, I'm going to say the Knicks.
All right, the Knicks. Kate's guess too. Which sports team do Joey and Aaron bond over? But you don't sound especially confident.
No, I don't, because I vaguely remember her being on the show. So,
okay, here we go. New York Knicks.
Yes.
Incorrect.
No. Was it the Giants?
It was the Mets.
Oh.
But 60% of respondents also guessed the New York Knicks, Kate.
Yeah, because he talks about the Knicks a lot. Damn it.
Sorry.
Shoot.
You are now 3 for 4 on how well do you know Joey's relationships from Friends.
Okay.
Which of Joey's friends does Janine dislike, which leads to their breakup? Is it Rachel and Chandler, Monica and Chandler, Rachel and Ross, or Rachel and Phoebe? Which of Joey's friends does Janine dislike, which leads to their breakup, Kate?
Monica and Chandler.
Monica and Chandler, Kate says with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And you are correct.
Yes.
You are now 4 for 5 on how well do you know Joey's relationships from Friends. By the way, 89% got that last one correct.
Yeah.
Who does Charlie kiss after splitting from Joey? Is it Chandler, Ross, Monica, or Gunther?
Ross.
Ross is Kate's answer to who does Charlie kiss after splitting from Joey, and the answer is Ross.
Yes.
With 96% of respondents getting it correct. All right, Kate, you are now 5 of 6.
All right.
On how well do you know Joey's relationships from Friends?
Okay.
Whose sister does Joey briefly date? Phoebe's, Rachel's, Chandler's, or Mike's? Whose sister does Joey briefly date?
Phoebe's.
Phoebe's is Kate's answer.
Yes.
And the answer is Phoebe.
Ursula.
Oh, yeah, Ursula. I remember that. 73% got that one correct, Kate.
Yep.
And you're now 6 of 7 on how well do you know Joey's relationships from Friends? In what seasons do Joey and Rachel date on and off? Seasons, this seems tough.
Yeah.
Seasons 3 to 5?
No.
Seasons 7 to 9? Season 2 to 3? Or seasons 8 to 10? Kate, in what seasons do Joey and Rachel date on and off?
7 to 9.
7 to 9 is Kate's answer.
Yep.
Fail.
What?
Seasons 8 through 10, it says here.
Oh, no.
Are you challenging the quiz? Do you think it's not valid?
No, I just don't remember it being in 10.
So 37% guessed 7 to 9, and 57% guessed 8 to 10. So you're real close there.
Shoot.
Were there 10 seasons total?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was sure that it wasn't at all in the 10th season because they tied it up with a nice little pretty bow with Ross and Rachel at the end.
Oh,
Spoiler
yeah.
alert.
Oh, spoilers for Friends.
She got off the plane.
All right. So
Yeah. Shoot. Okay. So, okay.
So, Kate, right now you are 6 of 8 on how well do you know Joey's relationships from Friends.
Okay.
What country is Janine from? England, Ireland, United States, or Australia? Kate, which country is Janine from?
Australia.
Australia, Kate says.
It's Elle McPherson.
In a Elle McPherson?
That's who the character is, or the actress is Elle McPherson. And now I'm like, is she British or is she Australian in real life? Oh, Elle McPherson.
All right, so what's your guess? Do you want to stick with Australia or did you want to switch it?
I'm sticking with Australian.
All right. What country is Janine from? Kate says Australia, and correct, Kate.
Woo!
With 78% respondents guessing Australia.
All right.
And you are now 7 of 9. And now we're on the final question.
Okay.
Of how well do you know Joey's relationships from Friends, Kate? You ready?
Yep.
Does Joey end up with anyone at the show's end? Does Joey end up with anyone at the show's end? Yes or no? Kate?
I don't think he does. I think they go get coffee and it's Phoebe and Mike and Monica and Chandler and Ross and Rachel and Joey.
So no is Kate's answer?
Correct.
Does Joey end up with anyone at the show's end? Kate says no. And the answer is correct, Kate.
Doesn't that sound sad, though? Like, oh, he doesn't end up with anybody at the end.
Yeah, had you thought about that before this?
Poor Joey.
How well do you know Joey's relationships
No.
with Friends?
No, I haven't.
Poor Joey. But then they gave him a spinoff. Does he do okay there? Does he find a person? Did you watch that?
I don't think he has a steady person. I think he's still Joey.
He's a player?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a player.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Kate. You scored
Woo!
8 of 10 on how well do you know Joey's relationships from Friends. Not the perfect score.
No.
You got on...
Shoot.
What was the last one? Who said it? Monica or...
Ross or Rachel.
Ross or Rachel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Let me get the theme music in there one more time. Which we think is Family Feud, maybe?
I think so.
Okay. Thanks, Kate.
No. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Kate, so our next quiz for how well do you know information from Friends is how well do you know Ross and Rachel's relationship from Friends?
Okay.
That is not one we've already done, right?
Right.
Okay. Rock and roll. So stay
Let's do
tuned,
it.
dear listener, for a future edition of Matt and Kate, where the How Well Do You Know Friends information quiz will be How Well Do You Know Ross and Rachel's relationship from Friends.
Yes.
Dun-dun-dun.
I didn't study, but I did turn on Friends over the weekend.
I was curious if you were going to start watching. Now, are you just watching for grins, or are you watching for homework for this quiz?
No, I needed something on. I was really tired, but I wasn't ready to go to sleep yet, so I needed something mindless on. I didn't want to watch something that I had to pay attention to. So I'm like, my friends are always there for me. So I put on Friends, but I was surprised myself. I usually have a go-to season that I start, just to turn it on, and I didn't go with that season. 'Cause I'm like, well, I'm going to check out season 3. Let's just see what's going on there. Like I haven't already seen it.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, and I think we've talked about this before. Recommendation that if you have issues sleeping, put something on. Put on a familiar TV show, one where you may know all the episodes. That way, you're not stimulating your brain to have to process new information.
Right.
So mine is Seinfeld, and yours, is it Friends often?
It used to be Friends all the time. All the time.
Do you have other shows that you're mixing in there now?
No, I haven't been doing TV as much before bed. So it was kind of a change.
That's healthy. You reading books?
Yeah. Reading books or listening to books, yeah.
Good job. Good discipline there.
Yeah. I have really found the falling asleep to books has been like, oh, I'm not that tired. I'll set a sleep timer for 30 minutes and then I must fall asleep really fast because I have no idea what happened in the book. The next night, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, I was going to ask because I used to do the same, fall asleep to audiobooks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up in the morning and I'm like, how far along did I make it in this? And then I've got to skip around until I recognize something.
Yeah.
I guess you could start is there a sleep timer that you play? Or does it play all night?
No, I set a sleep timer.
Okay. I guess if you paid attention to where you started.
Yeah.
And then did the math to when the sleep timer goes off?
Basically, I've been listening to the same 2 chapters for about 2.5 weeks. Maybe 3 weeks, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I go right to sleep.
Okay. Then.
I mean, it's not as much, it's not a book that I started because I was like, oh yeah, gotta find out what happens. It's a story I know. So it's like, all right, I'll listen to the book.
Which one is it? You want to give a recommendation to it, or do you want to wait until you finish it to see if it's worth telling the Matt and Kate listener about?
It's Jane Austen, Sense and Sensibility.
Oh, yes, I've heard of this.
Yes, which is, there's a fabulous movie, Sense and Sensibility, that I love, 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 love. So I know the story, but you know how books and movies are different. So, yeah.
Is it the movie Sense and Sensibility and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter? What is there one of those, like something similar to that? As zombies?
Might be Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, that's it. That's what I was thinking of. Pride and Prejudice.
Might be Pride and Prejudice, yeah.
And zombies?
Yeah, like Jane Austen, Zombieland or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm listening to fall asleep. Because I found like when I was listening to podcasts to fall asleep, I would pay attention too much.
You listening to the Matt and Kate podcast, hopefully?
To fall asleep? No, it's too stimulating.
Too exciting. Correct, Kate. Find the Matt and Kate podcast in your podcast player of choice. Choose it in your podcast player. And we appreciate it. Thank you.
For a while, though, I did ask Monty to give me some suggestions for podcasts. And he's like, really? You want to listen to the same stuff I am? I'm like, no, I need something to fall asleep to.
Is Monty listening to the Matt and Kate podcast, Kate?
Not to fall asleep.
Only to stay stimulated. Whenever he's feeling drowsy, to get back up and running, to get alerts.
Pops that on. Yeah.
Pass on that cup of coffee and listen to the Matt and Kate podcast, right, Kate?
Right. Yeah, he can't listen to us while he's working because he'll be too distracted and he wants to do a good job. So
he'll smash a backhoe into something.
Gas line.
Yeah, that sounds...
That's not good.
Not ideal.
So we're usually his ride home.
Damn. Now I'm paranoid.
Why?
Well, I've told you before I don't want to let Monty down.
Listener, let listener down. Look at all the people that you're not letting down.
Okay. He's never been like, you guys shouldn't talk about blank on the air?
No.
We haven't gotten to? Okay.
Okay.
Phew.
Do I look like someone who would be married to someone who would say you should not talk about?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No. No. There's never any constructive criticism or criticism.
It's just praise.
Yeah.
Positive reinforcement. Thanks, Mont.
Positive reinforcement. Yep. Monty John.
Monty John.
Mm-hmm. He's a cutie. We're going to keep him.
Sounds like a wise decision based on what we've talked about so far on Matt and Kate.
Right.
Do it. You guys been together how long now? Remind me. 12 years? 13? 13. 14.
This year we will be married 14 years.
Yeah, once I was like, wait, Kate's kid's age.
Yeah. That's how I do the math. I'm like, okay, Finley's going to be 13 this year. That means we've been married 14 years, which means we've been together 16 years?
Close enough.
Yikes. Yeah.
Are you guys prepared to have a teenager?
No. Not even remotely close.
Do you think it'll really be that much different? Do kids, like, they turn 13, they're like, here we go. Time to be a teenager and make things difficult.
I think the expectation of, I'm 13, I want a phone. I'm 13, I want to do this. I'm 13. But I don't know that Finley is
that person.
Yeah, I don't think she's that girl. I think she's got some expectations of like, Mom, I don't even know if she's even put it together that 13 means she's a teenager.
Yeah, that's wild.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
She also is my child who does not want to grow up. She's like, I don't want to grow up. Growing up is scary.
She's a Toys R Us kid.
Yes. I said something about her learning how to drive. She was like, nope. I was like, what? Elliot's like, don't worry, I'll learn how to drive and then I'll take her places. I'm like, yeah, that does scare me a little bit. So,
sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I do have, looking ahead to fall, this is my problem with Kate. Kate does not live in the today where it's almost out of school. Kate looks at the fall where I'll have the girls in like 4 different sports at the same time. And so I was telling Monty, I think I need to hire a teenager to be my Uber. I was like, what?
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, I think I just need to hire a teenager to be like, listen, I don't need you to babysit. I just need you to pick up one kid, take them to an activity, and then pick them up 2 hours later so that I can get the other kid.
So find some 16-year-old, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think I just need a high school taxi service.
That's a good idea because my guess, having never worked for either company, my guess is that Lyft and Uber require you to be at least 18?
Well, the rules, the terms of service is you have to be 18. And if you're under 18, you're supposed to be accompanied by adult. But I talked to a Lyft driver not too long ago about this, that he often picks up kids that it's very obvious that their parents arranged a ride and they're going anyways. I was like, how young? And he was like, nothing younger than like 12 or 13, but still. I'm like, yeah, there's that whole thing that our parents taught us not to get in strangers' cars. And now we do that. And now some people are putting their babies in strangers' cars. I don't know.
Wait, so could you clarify the terms of service that you just mentioned are for drivers or for passengers?
Passengers.
Okay.
That the passengers have to be 18, and if they're not, they have to be accompanied by an adult.
Gotcha. Yeah, the reason I asked about the age that drivers need to be is that if drivers need to be 18 or 21 or something like that, that does give you a prime market of 16 and 17-year-olds to appeal to. Ideally a 16-year-old so that you can, get more time out of the same driver before potentially they leave for Uber.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were telling me throw my kid in an Uber or Lyft. I'm like, I thought about this, but
that'll get too expensive. Don't you think that'll be too costly?
Yes. See, don't you think if I just found maybe 1 or 2 16, 17-year-olds, I could just be like, here, I'll buy your gas. You just take my kid. I'll give you a Sonic card or something. I'll buy you a gas and a limeade. But can you be my
Think that'll be enough? Like you're going to always top off the tank, so wherever they go, they get a full tank? Or
I mean,
you do the gas mileage math, or
No, I would not do that. How many miles? I think I would just, let me pay for your gas. Because to say $10 for every trip, that could rack up too.
Sure.
Yeah.
The gas, though, gas prices, Kate.
Well, it's not till the fall.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they'll drop by then. Yeah, that's when I'm eating it, is the fall.
It could.
Yeah, I got a lot of Hail Marys for that gas prices situation.
Oh. I didn't think to pray for lower gas prices.
Yeah.
Or really for anything. But
supposed to be specific with those prayers.
Yeah.
Please let the gas prices go down.
Yeah, because what would have happened had Mary and Joseph's donkey run out of gas?
Right? Never got to the stable.
Which actually sounds kind of like the donkey ran out of flatulence, but let's just say the gasoline equivalent of energy stores.
And when you said the donkey and the flatulence, I pictured Donkey from Shrek. I was like, yeah, Eddie Murphy's donkey ran out of Toodaloots.
Did you know I was supposed to see Donkey and the flatulence at the Granada a year ago, but their tour got canceled. So, canceled due to COVID-19.
Oh, I did not know. Was that their reunion show?
Yes. Well, it was their tour.
Okay.
And then one of the members OD'd. I forget.
Gotcha.
Which one.
R.I.P.
Yeah, pour one out for whichever instrumentalist from Donkey and the Flatulence. Great ska group.
I was nice.
Okay.
You said instrumentalist, and I immediately pictured an accordion, which made me think of course, Weird Al. I'm like, oh.
Weird Al. When's that movie coming out?
I don't know, but have you seen Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al in the trailer?
I did.
The pictures they've released?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
What do you think? Are you convinced?
I am, except for, are they going to have to spend a lot of money on CGI to make him taller?
Yeah, I'm curious, too. I don't know their heights off the top of my head.
Weird Al's real tall, and Daniel Radcliffe is 5'6".
Oh, okay. You have Daniel Radcliffe's height memorized, huh?
Yeah, because it's like he never grew up.
He's a Toys R Us kid, too.
Yeah. I want to say it was in an article about the movie coming out, though.
Gotcha.
That he was much shorter.
Wikipedia says he's 5'5".
Oh, I was being generous.
Or Wikipedia. I think Wikipedia is typically spot on. Wikipedia may just be off this one time. Because if a more recent measurement's been taken, I don't know. I give up. Weird Al is, I thought he was taller than this, 6 foot even. 6 foot 0 inches. Which, yes, is 7 inches taller than Daniel Radcliffe. You just have to shoot him from the torso up.
Right?
Don't ever show his legs.
Is Weird Al directing it also?
Let's see. Weird Al movie.
He wrote it.
Yeah, he's at least a producer on it. I sure hope. Let's see. Weird.
He's involved.
What's it called? What's the movie called? Do you remember?
Weird Al?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, Weird, the Al Yankovic story. That's right. Weird, the Al Yankovic. Director's listed as Eric Apple or Eric Appel. Appel. Except underneath that, it says cast. And it says Aaron Paul as Weird Al. That's not right.
Oh, that's weird.
That's incorrect, Wikipedia. Well, this is Bing. Bing is scraping Wikipedia. So let me click on the actual Wikipedia article, which says, yeah, Daniel Radcliffe, Evan Rachel Wood, Rainn Wilson. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Written by Weird Al and Eric Apple or Appel, and produced by Weird Al and some other people.
Can you imagine if Weird Al was your dad? Think of all the parody songs that he's written and produced and released, and think of all the ones that he's just singing in the car on the way to drop you off to school.
Good point. Yeah. Well, and plus everyone's like, your dad's Weird Al.
Your dad. Has a lot of hair.
What got us started on this? On Weird Al?
Accordions.
Accordions.
Yeah.
That's right. Weird Al is very proficient at the accordion, dear listener, if you're unfamiliar.
And I want to say Daniel Radcliffe is playing the accordion in the movie. It's not just like fake. I feel like I read in the article that he learned how to play the accordion so that he could be better at acting as Weird Al.
Let's find out. We're searching for Daniel Radcliffe accordion now. And yes, I'm using Bing.
What's your choice on Bing? What's that about?
Oh, because I've been using Microsoft Edge.
Okay.
And
does it give you the Edge?
Yes. It's really easy to install the ad blocker on there. Google makes that more difficult, what with them being an advertising company.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Daniel Radcliffe rocks an accordion in the Weird Al Yankovic story movie trailer. Do you remember where the article was from? Was it from People?
No, it's been a while too. It was right when the trailer was released.
Been a while.
Ugh.
What? That song?
Stained. Yes. Gosh. They played that song all day long when that song came out.
Yeah, it would have been early 2000s.
Yes. I was a camp counselor and we had to go to the pool. And I swear we were not at the pool that long, but they played it at least 4 times.
Yeah, that was a big hit. And now not so much. Isn't the lead singer from Stained weird about something?
He's in country music now.
That's right. What's his name?
Aaron Lewis.
Aaron Lewis. Okay, I don't recognize that one.
He's super conservative. Super.
Okay, that's probably it. He probably said something.
Freedom fighter.
Way right wing, I'm thinking.
Way, yeah.
Okay. Stained. Like, you can't be in a rock band anymore. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And just like that, they go, get out of here.
Get off my lawn.